Municipal Utility District Number 1 Board of Directors meeting, special session is now in order. We do have a quorum. Everyone is present. The first item on the agenda is a closed session. Pam, will you want to read that?
Yes, sir.
You announce the time first, Jim?
I'm sorry, it is 6 o'clock,
The
or
board,
was when I first announced it.
it sure was. The board will conduct a closed session pursuant to Texas Government Code annotated Chapter 551, Subchapter D, for consultation with attorney, Section 551.0712, on a matter in which the duty of the attorney to the governmental body under disciplinary rules of professional conduct of the State Bar of Texas clearly conflict with the Open Meetings Act, and to seek advice of counsel on legal matters involving pending or contemplated litigation, settlement offers, or legal matters not related directly to litigation or settlement. Now, there is a typo here. That's the and section 551.074. That was just a carryover, cut and paste. It does not destroy our ability to have our executive session. I'm not even going to read that part, but I wanted to announce it since it was printed here. Doesn't have any effect on us. It was just a cut and paste typo, and we're otherwise properly posted. The matter at hand is cause number D1GN 14-000-1983 in the District Court of Travis County for expedited declaratory judgment relating to issuance of bonds by district to finance wastewater treatment plant improvements.
Okay, we will now move into our closed session. Can somebody help us close the doors? The time is 6:02.
Is Miguel back there, or is it Chuck?
21. Item number 2, consider and take appropriate action to adopt resolution number 2014-1111 related to the sale of Trophy Club Municipal Utility District Number 1 unlimited tax bonds, Series 2014, and authorizing the sale of such bonds and the publication of a notice of sale. Do I have a motion, Director Thomas?
I'd like to make a motion that we adopt Resolution 2014-1111 related to the sale of Trophy Club Municipal Utility District Number 1 Unlimited Tax Bond Series 2014, and that we authorize the sale of such bonds and the publication of a notice of sale.
And I'd like to second.
And who seconded?
Neil.
Neil seconded? Okay, thank you. We have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
I would just like to say thank you to Fulbright and Jaworski LLP firm, the attorneys there, for helping us get to this point. I'd also like to thank Dan and Andrew with Southwest Securities for all their help and their testimonies, and most important is the general manager, the staff, and when I say staff, I mean everybody, anyone from Carl to Mike to Adrian in the past, to our accounting, Terry and Renee, the the MUD secretary, excuse me, and everyone really put in a lot of hours gathering material and that was used for this, and I can't say how thankful I am that this board and the prior board have always done what is best for the customers, and this, in my eyes, is the best thing for the customers. Thank you.
Thank you, Kevin. Any other comments? If there are not any other comments, I'll call for the motion. All those in favor? It is a unanimous decision. Item number 3, consider and take appropriate action to approve bid for the repair of a 12-inch water line for filling and draining the 400,000-gallon tank, elevated storage tank at T.W. King, authorizing the general manager to execute necessary contract and authorizing funding from valve replacement capital improvement item in the water department budget. Jennifer, do you have any comments?
Sure. Mike, you'll have to jump in if I say anything incorrect here, but just to kind of let y'all know how we got to this point, if you recall, we are planning to install the PAX mixer into the elevated, and in order to drain the tank, the plan was to put a tap on the drain and fill line and install a fire hydrant so that we could drain the tank over into the ditch. Well, after the pipe was exposed. It was determined that it was in very, very bad shape. It's a very deep pipe, and it's going to be a very complicated repair, but a very critical repair in that it is the line that fills the tank and drains the tank. So we looked at it real close, and we decided, since it was all dug up and we need to do that anyway, we need to go ahead and get this line repaired while it's dug up. And we sought bids from 3 contracting firms, and in your packet I have done a bid summary. The lowest bid was from Raymar Construction for $25,951.99, and it is the staff's recommendation that you all approve the bid from Raymar and let us get this started and completed.
Any other discussion or motion?
I make a motion that we approve the bid for the 12-inch water line for filling and draining the 400,000-gallon elevated storage tank at TW King. The bid from Raymar, I make a motion to approve, not to exceed $26,000.
Second?
Okay, we have a motion. We have a second. Director Thomas, any further discussion?
I have a question about draining the tank. Obviously, we pump it down to have minimal water in there, and then what do we do? Is it draining into the ditch on TW King?
Yes.
There's no
That's
way.
where-
How many gallons are we talking about after we pump it down and transfer it?
I'd say about 150 to 200,000 gallons.
Okay,
And we
is it-
also have to dechlorinate that water once we drain it.
Before we can put it in the ditch, it has to be dechlorinated.
Okay, when it gets drained out, does it just come out of the plate on the side, or, I mean, what I'm getting at, I guess, is there any sources that we can use that water for, as far as landscape or, you know, things like that, rather than just dump it into a ditch?
I suppose if someone had a hauling truck that they wanted to come fill through if we install a fire hydrant, we could fill a hauling truck, but other than that, there's really no way to get it anywhere.
Okay.
I wanted to ask on the motion, if you could also include to authorize me to execute the contract
I
and
make-
to move the money from the valve replacement too.
To do what with the money on the valve?
We,
Authorize funding for the valve?
yes, from
Okay.
our valve replacement budget.
I'll amend the motion based on that.
Second?
Okay, a motion been amended and second. If there's no further discussion, all of those in favor?
Aye.
It is unanimous. The next item on the list, the final, is a closed session, and I'm going to table that closed session until a future meeting, and we can re-bring it up again at that time. So if there's no further discussion about anything, the meeting is adjourned at 6:27. Boy, we've never done one that quick.
Yeah, we did.